What's up guys, this is HHTrader back with another video. This video will be the last video of the chart tool options, and then I'll be jumping over to the all-in-one tool of Street Smart Edge. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this video rolling. Enjoy. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart. Alright. Let's see. Line widths. So what line widths is going to do, and it says graphs here, so the candles, the thickness, or I just say thickness of the candle is what we're going to be manipulating here. Right now it looks pretty cut, looks pretty clean here, but you can actually thicken these up. So let's go ahead and make them super thick. Look at these wicks, how thick they are. That is really thick right there. Look at that. That's amazing. All right, let's go ahead and change that back to normal. The next thing is the element display options. So we have a couple of options here. The first thing is show timelines. And what does that mean? The timelines are going to be on your x-axis or your horizontal axis, right? So what's going across here is your timelines. If you want markers on each of these time increments, then all you need to do is check this show timelines, and it'll put a marker on each of those. Even if you zoom out and it's less of them, each of them still gets a marker. All right, we'll uncheck that. Show price lines. Same thing over here. Here are your prices. We can click, put those price lines there. Now you can widen this. If you double click, as you can see, my cursor is different from when it's out here on the chart. You can double click and you can squeeze this, or you can loosen it up. You can make it really wide, just like this. Okay, whatever works for you. So we'll uncheck that, show price lines. The next one is the show chart keys. What does show chart keys do? It's going to give you some keys up here that will allow you to hide your different functions or different indicators on the chart. So like with VWAP here, if I wanted to just hide it, I would just click here. Click, it's on off. If I want to get rid of it permanently, I will hit the exit button, but I'm not going to do that. For my positions, if I had taken any positions on this, you would see them out here, and I could hide them if I want to, and they would get this nice gray background. Now, what if I wanted to hide all three of these and didn't want to click them single? Well, I'll just hit hide, and it will hide all three of them. But I'm going to show. All right, we can uncheck that. Show last trade label. The last trade label is this label right here. As during the day, especially when it's high volatility, this label goes crazy. It's everywhere, and you may want to get rid of it. But a lot of people they like to see it move, but some people just don't need to see it move. You can get rid of it by unchecking the show last trade label. The next thing is the show symbol watermark or the show range watermark. These watermarks are right up here, Microsoft and the 54 periods in the 15-minute. We can get rid of those by unchecking either one of these. So the symbol is Microsoft, and the range is that 15 or 54 periods and 15 minutes. The next thing is the display crosshair on hover. So right now, when I come out to our chart, we see that my cursor is a cursor. But what if I wanted my cursor to change to crosshairs automatically? Well, that's where this option comes in. I would check this option, and as soon as I enter the chart, I didn't have to double click or anything. It's just automatic crosshairs. All right. So before we go to streamline view, let's just check out the options here in the custom view. Show the level 1 data bar. We'll go ahead and just turn all of these on. Okay. So all of these are on now. Level 1 data bar is right here. It shows you the date, the open, the high, low, close, and the volume, right? Also, I turned on the, let me look at what this is called again. The calendar bar and the history control. We've had the history control on all this time, but you can get rid of any of this. You can get rid of all of it if you want. And basically, by getting rid of all this, this is kind of what Streamline does. It compacts your chart. It gets rid of all the information that really isn't absolutely necessary. But one thing that we do want to keep is the history control. So if we want to keep the history control, like if we go to Streamline View right now, it'll add back this weird looking history control that doesn't really look too good right here. But if we go back to Custom View, we click Show History Control, just like this. Then we go to Streamline. It'll give us a little bar here instead of those like arrows or whatever they are. Alright, so the last thing, or the last couple of things we have, is the activity display options. So if you add a note, it will show up on the chart. If you add orders or you place an order out here, it will show up on the chart. Positions will show up on the chart. And if you don't want to see any of those, you just uncheck these. Let me zoom back. Let's see if this thing had any dividends recently. Let's change this back to the daily chart. Okay, there's our daily chart right there. And let's see if we can see any dividends. Dividends are checked now. Look at all these dividends they've been paying out. Dividends all the way up. Let's see earnings. There are all of our earnings spots or earnings dates. Okay. Splits. I don't know if they've done any splits. Have they? No, doesn't look like any splits showed up. So the next option will allow you to apply these settings that you've set up here to all charts. So let's say if you have like 6 charts in this canvas, 7 charts, it will apply these settings to all of those, every instance. But anyway, that is a deep dive into those tools. We're almost done with the chart. Let's see, what have I not gone over? Okay, right up here. So we have different options here as well. And a faster way to get to the Streamline view is by clicking this. We can switch to the custom view, or we can go Streamline here. So when it's the arrow is pointing down, it's in Streamline. When it's pointing up, it's in the custom view. So the next thing is the linkage. If we have multiple charts, let's say if we have 6, 7, 8 charts, we can link all of those charts. So if we change one ticker, all of those charts change to those tickers. So if we have 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, daily, all of those charts that are linked will be changed. And now the way this works is you set a symbol, whichever one of these symbols that you want to set, and you put this same symbol in each of those other dialog boxes or each of those other tools. And when you change one, all of them shoot to that. Next thing is the tabs here. So tabs, we only have I think 1 tab in here, but you can actually create tabs within a tool. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go back to the custom view and show tab bar here. And so this is showing our what this is. Instead of seeing that Microsoft or whatever, it becomes a tab here. And you can add another tab just like that. And this one, got to add my tab back, and we should see both of them there. Show tab bar. Now we have 2. We have the 5,000 day that I was playing around with, and then we have a new one and you can also rename these if you want to. You just double click. It works just like the canvas up here in the last video. Double click and you can rename them whatever you want. So you could just have all of your Microsoft information in one charting tool. All right. So I think that, and tab sync is on. Okay, we know that. Okay, here's the notes. I guess I can show you the notes as well. So in the tab, you can click the create note, and it'll say, okay, let's create a note for Microsoft, and let's say great stock, and we'll hit save. And right here, it'll show that note right there on the chart because we're showing notes. If we uncheck notes, it goes away, but we'll show it. And I think that is everything. You can zoom. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can check out my channel at HHTrader.tv on Twitch or HHTrader on YouTube. You can also check out the rest of the content on Framework Fortune as well and see if you can find any value there. Thank you so much, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.